Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to my channel SAP SD and ABAP League Support. In today's video, we are going to discuss about some of the important interview questions on SAP SD Credit Management. I have already published so many videos on SAP SD Credit Management. I will provide you the playlist link in the description. Please go through that. Now let's get started. The first question here is that credit check will be carried out in billing document or not. First of all, credit check will be carried out in case of sales order, delivery, and during PGI only. Credit check won't be carried out in billing document and FI documents. What is the transaction code to activate credit check at sales document type level? So there are two transaction codes are available to activate credit check at sales document type level. One is OVAK or we can use VOV8 sales document type controls. So what's the transaction code to activate credit check at delivery type and PGI level? Here also we have two transaction codes are available. One is OVAD or we can use Vivo V8. So credit active can be activated in which transaction code? So there is one more important field available in item category, that is credit active. This field will be enabled in item category level, and here also we can use two transaction codes, that is one is VOV7 or OVA7. In either of these transaction codes we can activate this credit active flag to update credit exposure value into infrastructures or FSCM management. Credit check process will be triggered based on which parameters in sales order and delivery. So when we try to click on save, that time credit process should initiate. To initiate the credit process, we need certain parameters should be determined in VBAK or LIKP table level. So there are three fields are there. One is KKBER, that is credit control area, and KNKLI as credit account, and CTLPC. This is risk category. So these fields are available in VBAK and LIKP. Let me repeat that. KKBER credit control area, KNKLI credit account, the spare account, CTLPC, that is risk categories. So these three fields available in both tables VBAK and LIKP. So this field should be populated, then only the credit process will be initiated. So what is the transaction code used for determining automatic credit control area? That is OVA8. We know that OVA8 will be used to maintain the combination of credit control area, risk category, and credit group. In that OVA8, we have several options are available to manipulate the credit activities. So will credit check validation will be carried out even though there is no change happened in the order? Yes, obviously. So whenever we save order delivery, credit program will be triggered immediately even though there is no changes happened in the net price of an order. So even though there is no change happened at all, simply save means that program will be called and do the validation again and again. So based on what combinations OVA it works? So OVA it works based on, as I said earlier, risk category, credit control area, and credit group. What is the FM that will trigger for credit process? So there are two FMs that will be used, one for order, one for delivery. For order, it is SD underscore order underscore credit check. Similar way for delivery, it is SD underscore delivery underscore credit check. So in these FMs only the credit validation will takes place. So the next question is, will credit check be carried out on completed orders or deliveries? For example, the overall status of an order or delivery has been completed. We can get those status in VBUK CMGST. If it is C, that means the order or delivery status has been completed. If that is completed, then there is no validation. I mean, there is no credit process will takes place on those order or deliveries. Overall credit status is dependent on several parameters, right? If you go to VBUK table, there are so many fields are there, but if you focus only on the few parameters which is relevant for credit management, that is CMPSA static, CMPSB dynamic, and CMPI, CMPSJ like payment card authorization, finance document or a letter of credit, right? So based on these all of these parameters only, the overall credit status will be determined. So basically in VBUK table, CMGST will hold the overall credit status. So this overall credit status will be dependent on certain fields like CMPSA, CMPSB, CMPSI, CMPSJ, and etc. So these fields, if any of these fields are not okay, then CMGST also not okay. That means it will hold the value as capital B. Capital B means document is not okay. So in ECC system, CMGST field will be stored in VBUK table. Coming to S4 HANA, the CMGST field will be available in the relevant header table only. Like if it's an order CMGST, then VBAK CMGST. If it is delivery CMGST, then we can see the same data in delivery LIKP table only. Similar way, yeah, the overall credit status also we updated in, as I said, in ECC it is VBUK, and in S4 HANA it is VBAK and LIKP. So VBUK, VBUP status header and item table is obsolete in S4 HANA. It's available only in ECC only. In S4 HANA, all the fields what we see in VBAK, VBUP has been moved to VBAK and LIKP. How many reasons are there under credit status? So basically there are four reasons are there, like first is credit check was not executed, status not set. So we can see this. So basically, these four five options available in CMGST field only. So either of this, any value will be stored in the CMGST field. If it is blank, that means credit check not performed. So there might be several reasons why credit check not performed. Might be some config missing in OVAK, sales document type level, or some config missing in delivery type level OVAD, or in OVA8 credit controller determination, something check failed. Some reasons will be there. That's why something failed basically. Some it's not validating, the credit process is not validated. Then only we see status as blank. If it is A means everything has been all the required config has been maintained, and that function model says the order credit check has been triggered. It validated everything. Document is okay. Okay means the customer has enough limits. There is no oldest open items. Finance and also credit is everything is fine. So everything is fine means then document will be okay. If it is not, if something is wrong, over limit has been exceeded, customer has that oldest open items, letter of credit issue, finance document issue, FA credit check has been failed, whatever it might be the reason, either we can see B only, and C means we released but it's partially okay. D means document has been released. So deliveries will be updated in credit exposure even with credit block. Yes, the answer should be here as yes. But in case of an order, right, if order goes to credit block during say of an order, then that order value won't be updated into credit exposure. Whereas in case of delivery, it will update. Even though delivery is in credit block, still the value will be updated into credit exposure. This is a standard behavior. This might be a tricky question, but please note on this one. The quantities under schedule lines are become zero when order goes to credit block. Yes, quantity will become definitely zero when order goes to credit block because during save an order delivery, a requirement 101 routine will be triggered to make confirm quantity as zero whenever order in credit block. Order released from credit block, but still quantity is not confirmed. One more thing here, right? So during say if order goes credit block, then 101 routine making the confirm quantity as zero. But after releasing the order from credit block, still quantity confirmed quantity and the schedule tab is still zero. The reason here is that there is no stock available. Next question: confirm quantities are zero, then credit exposure will be updated. No. So whenever confirm quantities are zero, so the confirm quantity might be zero due to order went to credit block, so that's why it has become zero, or confirm quantity is zero because there is no stock available. So whatever might be the reason, if there is no confirm quantity in the order, then that item value won't be updated into credit exposure. In which scenarios order or delivery will be credit blocked? Right. So when you save an order or delivery, we'll get a credit block pop up, right? So the question here is that in which scenarios the credit block will be applied? As I said earlier, that whenever credit limit has been exceeded, and in case of an classic credit management, we will be maintaining the credit limit in FD 32. Coming to SAP FSCM credit management, we will be maintaining the credit limit in UKM underscore BP transaction code. If that is if that is has been exceeded, then obviously credit will be this order will be going to credit block. Some other reasons like FI credit check has been failed. We should remember that there are two kind of credit checks are there, SD side and FI side. If FI side credit checks has failed, then also order will go into credit block, or some code written on that user exit, or custom logic has been written, then also it will fail. Financial document like a letter of credit or dunning letter, payment card authorization has been failed, technical error with FSCM. So like this kind of so many reasons, order will go into credit block. Okay, how the credit blocked order or delivery will be released? Yeah, automatically or manually, right? So when order goes to credit block, order or delivery goes to credit block. So when order goes to credit block or delivery goes to credit block, then how the credit block will be released? Is it automatically or manually? Credit block will be released by the credit representative who will maintain that credit card authorizations, payment limits, card limits, and the customer credit exposure limits. So everything and monitored every day by that credit representatives only. So they will only release the credit blocks from an order or delivery. So it's a manual activity. So in case of releasing credit block, we should use that VKM star transaction codes like VKM1, VKM2, VKM3, VKM4, VKM5, etc. And in case of FSCM credit management also, we have some other transaction codes available like SKs, UKM underscore case. So with the help of this transaction code also, we can release the orders or deliveries blocked from credit. So it's not a automatically removed, released. It should be released manually. So when we release the order from credit block, then what fields will be populated? If we release an order from credit block, then in VBAK table level, there are two fields are there. VBAK, CMP, it's a CMFRE. It's a credit release date. And one more thing is that AMTBL. It's an product credit value of that order. Similar field we have in LIKP. Right, so this field will be populated when we try to release an order or delivery from credit block. So CMFRE contains the date when exactly the credit release has been happened, and AMTBL will contain the total value of that order or delivery. Okay, in which cases VBUK CMGST field will be updated as not performed? As I mentioned earlier, right? The prerequisite steps are not determined, like there is no config maintained in OVAK or OVAD, or some settings has been maintained in OVA8 as well, right? So if something is maintained, then definitely it will be not performed. The CMGST field will become blank updated value. Okay, in OVA8, there is an option to update the reaction, right? So if the customer limit exceeded, then how the system should react, whether it show that warning message or error message, or it should show warning message with credit limit or error message with credit limit, right? So for example, order has been created, that time everything has been satisfied, so customer limit is within that. I mean that order exposure is within the customer limit, and FIC credit check has been satisfied. No payment card authorization issues there, so no issues at all in the order, right? So then the order will be saved successfully, no issues at all. But if we do some changes in the order, like adding a new item, if we add a new item, then definitely it will impact the total net value of an order. If we change the order quantity, increase the order quantity, that time also net value of an order will be increased, right? So in all the cases, the credit exposure will be increased. So in this case, right, the credit block will be failed, but system just throw warning message only, even though we have maintained error message in the OVA transaction code. The reason here is that order has been already created and saved also. So we are doing the change in the change mode only. So when we do the change in the change mode, that time the reaction of error become warning only. It's standard behavior. Please remember that the error will be thrown in case of creation only. In change, it will be a just a warning message only. Same thing happens in PG also, right? In PG also, even though we have maintained warning message to be displayed when the credit block has been applied in the delivery, still system will throw an error message because it's a hard stop. If we throw in a warning message during PGA performance, the PGA will be completed. But our intention here is that PGI should not completed on the delivery. Therefore, even though warning has been maintained in the order, still error should be thrown. Okay, what is the report available to recheck the credit status, right? So, for example, order has been created this morning, okay, and 2 hours later, the customer paid all the open oldest items, amount has been paid, and now the customer has been clean. There is no issue with the credit management with the customer. In this case, that order should be released from credit block or it should be approved from credit block automatically, right? So that should be happen with the help of the report RVK RE09. So this is basically in any support projects, they will schedule this report as an background job based on the credit control area. So that report will run end of the day and pick those orders or deliveries and validate whether that point of time any whether the credit activities has satisfied or not. If that has been satisfied, then definitely uh, the status will become B to A. B means document not okay, it will become A. Document is okay, that means approved. But if we release a credit block, then it will become B to D. So with this report, it will become B to A. If we release a credit block through VKM3 or UKM case or S case transaction codes, it will become B to D. We should remember this difference in case of this report and the transaction codes. So how to avoid stop blocking the sales order again after released from credit block. Suppose we release the credit block today for an order, and tomorrow if I do any changes in the order, again it will throw the credit block. But I don't want to throw the credit block for next 2 days. That means I'm releasing credit block today. The next 2 days, even though the order should be blocked, still I don't want to be blocked again for next 2 days. In that case, we should maintain number of days here. If you maintain number of days here, then it won't apply the credit block for next 10 days. For example, in this case, if you maintain 2 days, it won't apply credit block for next 2 days. Even though credit block is failed, it won't apply the credit block again. Remember, this is applicable only for the first time release credit blocks. If it release credit blocks today, then for next time it is applied, that time it will be ignored based on these conditions. So it has been maintained in OVA transaction code under released documents are still unchecked. Okay, if for the released sales order, delivery credited on the same day, then there won't be any credit block applied on the delivery. Yes, the answer here is yes. So sales order has been released today, sorry, created today, and it has been released today itself. Now, if we create delivery for the same order, then again, as per the current credit situation, it has to glow in credit block, but still, as per standard behavior, it won't block the delivery again because that has been already released on the same day, right? So it won't block the delivery again. If credit check executed, now okay, these two questions are relevant for the status of the sales order document. Okay, if credit check has been executed and no subsequent sales documents are created yet, for example, order go into credit block. Okay, as of now, there is no further transaction codes created for that order like delivery, PGA, nothing has been done for that order. In this case, as order went to credit block, the status of this order will become being processed. And coming to here, if no credit check executed and no subsequent document has been created yet, right? So here it has been executed. So credit program has been triggered and it applied some credit block on the order. In this case, the order status will become being processed. And here it will be open as there is no credit block applied here, and there is no subsequent document also not created yet. So it will be open here. And this is one of the important and useful for us to analyze and investigate any credit related issues. So there is one report provided by SAP to analyze these kind of issues, right? So whenever any order delivery goes to credit block, and if we have some doubts like it shouldn't go into credit block, something went wrong in the process of determining the credit activities, right? Then in this case, we can use the report check underscore CM. I have already published some videos on this report as well. You can go through that. Okay, what is the important field in the item category to update credit value? Yes, right. So as we discussed in the beginning, it's credit active. Table is TV, AP, field is CMPNT. Yeah. What config required in pricing procedure to update credit price? Right. So in order to update credit price into infrastructures or FSCM credit management, we should update subtotal as A in that pricing procedure. Okay, item is not relevant for billing. Then will that item relevant for credit checks? No. If the item is not relevant for billing, then credit check won't be performed on that order. Even though we maintained all the config like OVAK, OVAD, everything setup is maintained, still the credit activities won't takes place in the not relevant for billing order items. Yeah. So the routine 101 will make the confirm quantity 0 in credit block in the sales order scheduling level. Okay, it's a tricky question. Okay, let's focus on this one. Order in credit block, even quantity has been confirmed, right? As per standard behavior, when order goes to credit block, the 101 requirement routine will be triggered and it will make that confirmed quantity as 0. But here it didn't, but still it's confirmed. Okay, so even the order in credit block, still it's confirmed. There are several reasons for this, like 101 routine has been not maintained. Okay, and in scheduling category, there is a field called requirement assembly, and in requirement class also we have that requirement assembly. If these fields are not enabled, then also we can see that quantity will be confirmed even though order in credit block. In some other cases, material is not relevant for availability check. Suppose KP has been maintained for the material. In this case also, quantity will be still confirmed even though order in credit block. Okay, in case of classic credit management, which structures are used in updating credit values? Okay, in case of classic credit management, we are using two structures, S066 and S067. S066 used to update open sales order values, and S067 will be used to update open delivery and open billing document values. Okay, in some cases, why sales order data are updated into delivery structure S067 instead of S066? Okay, this is one of the important question. We should remember this. As I said earlier, that S066 will be used to update open sales order values. S067 will be used to update open delivery and open billing document values. But as per standard design, in some cases, the sales order value will be updated in the delivery only. I mean S067 structure only. The reason is that the sales order item is not relevant for delivery. or that order item doesn't have any schedule lines. Moreover, in case of service items, value items, and order related billing or debit memo request, third party order processing, and order item with the billing plan. In nutshell, if it is a order related billing, then it will update the exposure value into delivery structure S067 only. Okay, the last question here is that item is rejected, but still credit value updated into credit exposure. Right? If the item is rejected, there is no point in updating that credit value into credit exposure. But if it is updating means we should enable this not run for building flag in reason for rejection config. Right? If this flag is enabled, then only that value won't be updated into credit exposure. If it is not enabled, then it will definitely update even though item is still rejected. We should do this config. Okay, thanks everyone. If you like my work, please do subscribe, and I will improve myself. Thanks everyone.